So, yeah, obviously this is about waiting, holding back, all of those things, about thinking as well. I think someone was waiting for you. You might not know this because there's complete silence here. You know, when I'm looking at these images, they trigger off thoughts, feelings, and a lot of words as well. A lot of words come into my mind. This is complete silence. So whoever this was, they were doing a lot of thinking. They weren't letting you know what they're actually thinking, and that they were thinking of you actually. And I don't think they were telling anyone else either. There's a little bit of caution around this as well. I'm getting a caution here. It feels a little bit like, this might sound a bit strange, but it feels a bit like a cat that's kind of ready to pounce. You know, when cats go quiet and they crouch down and then they pounce. So I'm not saying someone's going to pounce on you. I'm not meaning this literally, but someone's definitely thinking about you, and they're thinking about coming back. If you look at this man's legs, they're making the shape of the number 4, and the number 4 can be about completion, coming back around to the start again. So yeah, I'm getting these warnings around this. I think they're actually very sure of themselves. There's this feeling of, oh, they'll take me back if I go back. You know, I'll go back and see them again, and they'll come back. So they're very arrogant actually, and they have a big ego. That's what I'm getting out of this as well. So if you know who this is, I think it's probably an ex. Just be aware. You are quite intuitive, so you might be feeling this already. I don't think you're in danger, and I think you know that. I'm also getting hiding, things being hidden. So I don't know if they were with other people. I'm getting that might be the case, or they hid things from you. They hid that from you. Look at the way his hands are behind his back. So yeah, I don't mean for this to be so dramatic at the beginning, but that's what I have. So yeah, watch out for this. This is what I'm feeling, all these warnings about this person that's thinking about you. So the next card you have your past, because I'm about to say 5 of Wands, and I say the next card you have your past is the 5 of Wands, and it comes up as fast. Okay, 5 of Wands. All right, so this is very, very chaotic, this card. And this is why I'm seeing this warning. Look at the chaos everywhere. I think they turned your life upside down, absolutely upside down, and made chaos everywhere. And now when I look at this Hanged Man, I'm seeing you in this card. You've escaped from this chaotic mess. You're by yourself. You've had your life turned upside down, like this Hanged Man who's upside down. And I'm getting this feeling of, you know, it sounds really sad, but it's like, I just don't want to participate. I don't want to participate in life right now. I just want to stay away. I know that sounds horrible, and I don't mean I don't mean that, you know, you want to end it all. It's not like that. It's nothing like that. It's just this feeling of, I just want to sit on the sidelines for a while. I just want to let it happen around me. I don't want to participate. I just need to take this time out from everything and just sit there. And that's how you're feeling, and you'll be back, you know that, but this is what you needed at this time. Yeah, I think you might still be going through this actually. So I think you also might have had some people around you sort of saying, you know, snap out of it, come out of this, come out with us, you know, you need to do things, come and do this, come and do that. You know, they're well-meaning, these people, but I think you weren't ready, and I think you'll know when you are ready. You know, this holding back, this waiting time, this resting time, it's important to you. And when someone's been through a big trauma or a bad time or anything like that, they just need to find themselves again, and that's what you needed. So you will turn yourself up the right way again, but it'll happen in your time. You know, it's not going to happen if people push you into it. You're going to just have to wait, take your time, and you'll know when it's the right time. That's what I'm seeing in that card. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think even though you sort of felt like stepping off the edge of the world. Well, it wasn't that bad. You kind of wanted to be on the sidelines of the world. I think you still did your usual things. You went to work, you did everything else you had to do. You were probably a bit on autopilot, I think. Another thing, that's the other thing I think, with your work, I'm getting this really familiar feeling. It's almost like you're so familiar with this thing you do. You do it every day, day after day, and you can do it on autopilot. That's what I'm getting. And if this difficult time's shown you anything, I think it's shown you that maybe you need more of a challenge in your work. I think I saw something like this in your last reading. But anyway, if this is resonating, this might be a good time for you to start planning something different, because I think you might have been thinking about this for a while, but obviously if this is what's been happening, your emotions were probably in the way of any of that happening. But if you start making plans, you'll have something ready for when you do feel better, and it'll also help you to take your mind off things. And I think having something to work toward, that's a really good motivator. Doing something like that, it can really lift up other areas of your life as well. So but go easy on yourself. You can't do everything at once, and just start thinking, just start planning. You don't have to actually do anything yet. Take your time. And the other thing is, I don't mean to drag this back into negativity, but I was seeing things being hidden, or even people, maybe third parties, and the Three of Pentacles could mean that as well. I'm actually hearing this. This is what I'm hearing. Oh, I'm so busy at work. I've got so much to do. I haven't messaged you. Sorry about that. I haven't messaged, all of that kind of thing. And I think there was a reason why they weren't available to you, and there was a reason why you felt as if things were being hidden. We have instincts for a reason, and if that's what your instincts were telling you, I think you're probably right. Again, I don't want this to be negative, but if I see things, I have to say. I'm not going to pretend. I think you've had enough pretenders around you from what I'm seeing. You don't need another one. So anyway, so the last card you have here present is the Six of Cups. Okay, so this is a really straightforward reading so far. It's really obvious. So this can be about reunion. So again, this person in the Hanged Man, they'd like to see you again. They like to reconcile. Again, I have to say this, I'm getting warnings all over this. This is also a really innocent card, but my immediate feeling around this is they'll probably claim innocence. It's going to be, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't done anything. I'm innocent. All of that kind of thing. Please watch out for this if this resonates. I almost feel as if I have to beg you. There's no innocence here. It looks innocent, but there's no innocence here with this person. Okay, so this card's also telling me that maybe you should go and spend a little bit of time away if you can, a change of scene, just somewhere different. If you have relatives or, maybe really close friends who you can just kind of be yourself around, go to wherever that is, even if it's just a day, even just going out to lunch or just coffee or something with a friend. Take some time out, just get yourself into a new, like a change of scene, somewhere different, something different around you. It doesn't matter how long it's for, it doesn't matter where it is, as long as it's somewhere where you feel comfortable and peaceful. That's the main thing. It doesn't matter, even if it's just sitting outside on the grass, doesn't matter, just as long as you feel okay and you feel happy and comfortable, and it's somewhere different, somewhere to kind of stimulate your mind and get you thinking about other things. That's what I'm getting in that card. So if you can do that, just try and do that if you can. Okay, so the next card you have here present is the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I'm seeing things sort of moving around, kind of finding the right place, and then once that's kind of happened, everything kind of falls into place. I think this is all happening in the background without you realizing. I think there's something you started And I think you might have set this up before all this drama happened, you know, before you realised what was going on with this person in the Hanged Man. I'm seeing a big start, a big exciting start. You're very enthusiastic about starting this. And then I think it was kind of forgotten about. I think you missed something with this. It's a little bit like a missed deadline or something like that. I think someone's going to come and talk to you about this. It won't be a face-to-face talk. You know, there aren't any people on this card. It might be a phone call. It might be an email. I'm just getting someone saying something like, you know, are you still interested in this? Do you still want to do this? It's something like that. And the feeling I'm getting around this isn't actually that great, really, but I don't think the feeling I'm getting has anything to do with this actual thing. What I'm getting is, I think when you first decided to do this thing, you were probably around this ex, and you know, you probably had a lot of hopes for the two of you, and maybe this is a reminder of this time you had with them. So I think getting this reminder of this thing that you started, I think that's probably going to bring back some memories of the time you were spending with this person. So that's why you're getting this kind of not so fantastic feeling, you know, a bit like a feeling. So because of that feeling, your first instinct might be to just want to forget about this whole thing. It's like, oh, I just feel horrible, so I'm just going to get myself away from that feeling. Think really carefully about this if this is resonating, because this is something that's really, really worth doing. And if you let these memories stop you from doing this, what you're doing is you're continuing to let them control what you do now. You're letting this person from the past, you're letting this ex control your decision making. You don't want to do that. Don't let them stop you from doing something you really want to do, even if they don't realize they're doing that. Don't let those memories stop you. You know, I don't want to tell you what to do, but really think about this really carefully. If this is making sense to you, just think about this. Okay, so the last card you have your present is the Seven of Cups. Yes. So this is really confusing. It's all about confusion. It can be about illusions, delusions even. And it can be a warning as well. It can be about temptations. I actually don't think you'll want this person back when they come back to you. But I think this might be a bit of a warning to take that maybe even a step further than that. You know, this reading is really emotional. It's very difficult. It's all about taking care of yourself, protecting yourself, trying to get yourself to heal, let yourself heal. My feeling is that even if you talk to this person, it might set you back emotionally. Not in the way that you want them back. I don't think there's that risk, but there is a risk of you maybe feeling even more hurt. You might want to go back to isolating yourself, which isn't good. And I think, yeah, which is what I was seeing happening before. So if they say things like, oh, you know, we should get closure, we should just talk, there's no harm in that, we're just talking. It won't be like that. There is harm in that. There is harm in that. If you talk to them, you will not feel fine. You won't get closure. This is the card of confusion. You'll probably be even more confused after you talk to them. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm telling you off. I just feel as if I need to protect you. So please be careful. I'm getting warnings all over this reading about this person. So the first card you have for your future is the Page of Cups. So yeah, I'm seeing a message here. Sometimes this can be a love message, but I'm not seeing that here. I think this is probably a message about, or it's probably the same message I was seeing in the Eight of Wands. You know, it's about this thing you wanted to do, this thing I was seeing. And this is a really, really friendly message. It's really positive. It might be coming from a formal institution. You know, it might be something that you applied for formally. But this actual person who wants to talk to you about this, they have this really kind, really friendly, really informal way about them. And I actually think you'll be able to talk to them and tell them a little bit about what happened to you and why you abandoned this. They might ask you that. They might say to you, so why did you want to do this and apply for this or do this thing, and then we didn't hear from you? Why is that? And I think they'll be really open, and I think they'll be welcoming you to talk to them. Now, obviously, you're not going to tell them your whole life story or cry on their shoulder or anything like that. But, if you want to, you'll be able to say something, maybe something like, I was going through a really difficult time emotionally. It was a bit traumatic, and, I was struggling to be able to face a lot of things. They'll understand if you tell them that. They're a really understanding person. I think they'll really understand. I think they'll be willing to revisit this with you, whether that's holding a place open for you or whether that, whatever needs to be done. I think they'll be willing to help you with that. Again, don't dismiss this because of how you're feeling, because if you do that, you might look back on this missed opportunity, and I think you'll probably regret this if you don't do this, or you don't at least try to do something about this. That's what I'm seeing there. So just think about that again. Okay, so the next card you have for you futures, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I think it'll probably take a little bit of negotiating to help you to pick this up again. I keep on seeing this formal institution, this big building, and it feels a bit imposing to me. It feels a bit big, important, a bit scary actually. But I think this person in the Page of Cups, they're the opposite of that. They might work wherever this is, but they're really friendly and they're on your side as well. I think they're going to really help a lot with any of these negotiations that you need to do around this. You might have to reapply for some things. I'm seeing paperwork, and I'm also seeing you having to wait for replies to things before you can go ahead again. And you'll probably have to pay some fees as well. This man's juggling coins. But I think that's fine. I don't think there'll be a problem around that. I actually think you would have been a little bit daunted if you had to do all of this on your own, but I think with this person's help, it'll be a lot easier for you. This looks really good. If you want to do this, there's a big chance that it'll work out for you. You've got this person behind you helping you. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the last card you have for your future is the King of Swords. Do you know what? I think you're going to see this person when they come back to you. You'll see them from a mile away. You might even sense this, because I was seeing that in the Hanged Man, that you could sense them wanting to come back. And I think you will be ready. And I hope that means you'll say no to them. I probably should keep my opinions out of this, but I can't. You've had so much damage done to you that I don't want to do that. But yeah, anyway, this king's obviously up on a hill, and he can see everything he can. He can see, he can see everything that's in front of him. He's up there, so it's like when the army's about to attack him, he can see them and he's ready. He knows what's happening. No one can fool him. So I'm not seeing this person coming out to attack you, but to me it feels like an attack because I'm seeing all these warnings everywhere. But you'll be up on your hill. You'll be able to see them. I think the eventual outcome of this is that you are going to be free of them. You're going to be free of them in your mind and in your emotions. Obviously, that'll happen a lot faster if you don't see them and you don't engage with them and you don't talk to them. That's what I think anyway. But, there's a big butterfly behind this king's head, and butterflies symbolise freedom, obviously. So, you're going to give yourself this freedom, whether it happens now or later on. It's going to happen at some time. You're going to be free of them. Even if they talk to you and it sets you back, you're going to eventually be free of them at some time anyway. But obviously, if you don't engage, that's going to happen sooner for you. You're not going to get this freedom out of this pretend closure that they're trying to give you. They can't give you this freedom. This is only something that you can give to yourself, and you'll be able to do that. You absolutely will be able to do that. Even if it takes time, you're going to be able to do that.